So welcome to another installment of Communicast, the stories of good people doing great things. And with me today is Andrew Switzer from People's United Bank. He's a banker in the Manchester, New Hampshire area and involved with Webster House. And Andrew, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Yeah, thanks, Keith. I'm looking forward to our conversation and supporting the Webster House. Like you said, I'm a banker. My day job with People's United Bank, helping medium-sized businesses grow. But recently I've joined the board of directors at the Webster House, and they're a group home for children located in Manchester. They're in their 137th year this year. Incredibly, they've changed names, but still the same building. They're at 135 Webster Street in Manchester, and they provide a safe and stable family feel environment to children that have been displaced for any number of reasons, all across New Hampshire, not just in Manchester, with the goal towards working to reunite the children with their family, or if that's not a feasible avenue, towards adoption, or getting them ready for independent living. So just an incredible organization, and one that I'm thrilled to be a part of at this point in my career, where, I've been born and raised in New Hampshire. It's given a lot to me, and I'm thrilled to be giving back.
Nice. And they do such incredible things there. So I have to ask, who is the person that connected you, and how did you first learn about Webster House?
I first learned about Webster House from the new CEO, Michelle O'Malley. She is just I'd consider Michelle to be a connector. She builds relationships in the community, and she connected me. We were at an event. I had known Michelle from her time at March of Dimes and her leadership there. I had met her at a Finding Your Cause event where People's United Bank was one of the sponsors, and it turned out that I found one of my causes in a conversation with Michelle. And she spoke about becoming the new CEO and all the exciting things going on at the house and on the board of directors, and how the Catano brothers had put the house in a great position, and she's just trying to build on that. And it was something I really wanted to be a part of, and the cause of providing a safe and stable environment to the children in New Hampshire that need it the most really drew me in.
Yeah, and it's exciting when you can participate in something like that, and to see the continuity, because it is more than 100 years. The Catano brothers' names have been associated with it. Many people in Manchester particularly know it, but it also reaches well beyond the Manchester limits. So one quick question is, you came in with the excitement because of what their cause is and what they do. What surprised you, if anything? Was there something unexpected once you got there and joined the board?
I think the surprise was how well a new CEO and a legacy board could work together. I had just finished a board governance training through the New Hampshire Center for Nonprofits, and it was all about how working with the CEO and supporting the CEO's vision as a board member is one of the keys to success. And I guess my surprise is how well things have clicked between Michelle, who is coming up on her 1-year anniversary as the CEO, and our board chair, Eddie Eithier, who has been with the Webster House in some form or fashion since 1994. Right. So we have the institutional knowledge from some of the board members and also some of the staff, and to incorporate in a new CEO that just kind of brings in such incredible passion and has revitalized some of the community outreach to bring in new partners, new sponsors and donors. It's just been a really encouraging process for me to see unfold from a front row seat.
It's nice. It's a very steady hand, and as we both know, Eddie Eithier is the connector for both of us as well. And his steady leadership in any role he's been in, I think, gives Michelle so much freedom to explore, to expand the options, and really make a difference in this community for the kids. I myself didn't know a lot about Webster House until it was John Clayton who was very involved with it. But when Eddie got involved, immediately, it changes the score all around. And Michelle is just like lightning, right? She's everywhere. Things are happening. She's willing to scale buildings. So I guess the biggest single question with this first gala all sold out, how can people help today? Because they're standing room only. There's no more case there. And there's still a need for money. There's still always a need for certain in-kind donations of food, snacks. Any particular suggestions or recommendations for somebody who's watching this that says, wow, I need to learn more. I want to help Webster House. Best way to go about it?
Absolutely. So with the gala, the first annual Night of Giving Gala that Michelle has organized, like you said, it is sold out, but there's still an opportunity to fund the mission, which is it's a donation. It's a one-time donation, or it could be recurring. And it's just so important, not only for some projects that we would like to improve the house with, but also just for daily operations. So as a not-for-profit organization, the Webster House does receive a certain amount of state funding per child that we do take in, but it's certainly not enough to cover all of the expenses. So that's why the donations that we receive, both in cash and gifts, are so important for the children and for the mission of the organization. We just, it feels like we just came through the holidays, and in December, everyone had been so generous to the house, dropping off gifts, whether it's toys, puzzles, clothing, sanitary items for the children. But the need stays around all year.
Right.
And that's where we're at right now in March and going into April with the Night of Giving Gala. So if you go to the Webster House website, you'll certainly find any number of ways to donate. And they have their Amazon wish list on there too, if you wanted to pick out a specific item that gets shipped to the house for the children. That's always a nice gesture as well.
Nice, appreciate it. I'll put those things up online, as well as some links to the stories. I did the magic of Webster House, and Magic Man is going to be there performing. And his story is an incredible linkage of what Webster House can do, even beyond the narrow definition of what they're allowed to do. Reaching out one person to another and making a difference for a young man like that, to me, is just an incredible story. So thank you for joining us today. It's a great opportunity to meet you. I love what you're doing. You're on a great board, and your insights into what works well and differently is so exciting. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Keith.